But with that out of the way, let's take the T-14 into battle. And here we are on our first game, which is on test site 2271. We have a northerly spawn in reach of objective Charlie. Looking at the scoreboard, we see that we have a full game. On our team we have the Japanese, Swedish and the Germans. We are facing the Soviets, Chinese, British and Italians for this game. My plan for this game, since it was a full down tier, was to charge directly onto objective Charlie, since not many tanks at this battle rating can penetrate us if we angle correctly. Starting off, we murdered this T-34 who was also charging onto objective Charlie. Seeing a opportunity to advance, we advance on capture point Charlie, take it for our team, and we catch this T-34 on the side of the turret with APHE, knock him out. Now advancing after capturing Charlie Point, we see a Churchill, but we can't penetrate him at this distance, so we move on. We see another Churchill pushing for capture on Charlie. We try to third person shot him right through the side, but unfortunately we do not penetrate. After that shot was taken, a enemy T-34 pushes forward, but our friendly takes care of him, so we can focus on this Churchill. And that starts by knocking out his barrel. With his barrel now taken out, he can no longer kill anybody. We move to his side and shoot him in the side of the turret, which knocks him out. Seeing the enemy reinforcements starting to come in, we take care of this Soviet SPG. Taking care of this returning T-34 through a shot in the turret ring, he gets knocked out by a PHE. Our team has now started to crumble on Charlie Point, but we are in a optimal position to flank them and secure capture point Charlie for our team. We pop smoke so the enemies can't shoot us in the rear. We find a Soviet SPG, which we take care of with our machine guns, and we find a British light tank, which we also take care of. Now, hearing engine noises from the enemy spawn, we set up a ambush to try to eliminate him, and that T-34 comes flying around the corner, misses his shot, and we take care of him pretty easily with a shot to the side of the tank. And the last enemy surrounding capture Charlie is taken care of with a shot to the side of the tank, and we can now go and capture Charlie Point for our team. With Charlie Point now having been captured, we decide to try to contest capture point Bravo, which is being taken by the enemy team. He misses his shot. We pull forward to try to get him through the latter front part of his armor, but we fail to penetrate. I then try to stay and to get his barrel, but I forget to angle, which turns out to be a very big mistake, which leads to our first death by a enemy German SPG. But our second time advancing, we see a enemy plane attacking our friendlies. We try to machine gun him. We get the attention of another plane which dives straight for us, which turns out to be a pretty easy kill. Seeing that objective Charlie is now being contested, we move to objective Charlie to try to secure it for our team and remove the enemies capturing it. And our first prey comes into view, with that being a South African Concept 3. Advancing on to capture point Charlie, we do get very lucky with a enemy Sherman failing to penetrate us, and we can then kill him with a shot to the side of the tank. After capturing point Charlie, we do advance and we catch a enemy T-34 completely oblivious to our position. The first shot knocks out his turret crew and the follow-up shot knocks him out completely. And our final kill for this game is on a British Cromwell. And that also signals the end of the first game. With 14 kills, that means we take first place on our team. With those 14 kills and 3 capture points captured, we earn a total of 166,000 silver lions plus 14,780 research points. And our second game brings us to the map fields of Normandy. With a westerly spawn, we spawn in reach of objective Alpha. Looking at the scoreboard, we see that it is a full game. On our team we have the Soviets and the Italians. And looking at the opposing team, we are going to be facing the British, Germans and the Swedish. Starting off with a kill on a Panzer IV sniping, we see that a enemy Churchill Crocodile is advancing on to capture point Alpha. We do also find the capturer of capture point Alpha. We try to disable him, but unfortunately we do not. Then I choose to advance on capture point Alpha to try to secure it before this Churchill reaches objective Alpha. Turning the corner of this house, we do destroy this Swedish tank destroyer, which was a very important kill since he has Heat FS, which will be able to go through our tank with no problems at all. With objective Charlie now being secured by our team, I start making my way onto objective Bravo to try to secure the middle of the map for our team. On the way we do destroy some German tanks, starting off with this Panzer IV. And on the way we do manage to kill this Panzer IV, which was a Swedish Panzer IV. Now seeing that objective Bravo is being contested, we shoot a shot to try to identify the target, and that target turns out to be another Churchill heavy tank. Now with some speed we try to get to capture on Bravo as quickly as possible to ensure it's captured before the enemies at Charlie or the enemies pushing on Alpha get there first. Cresting the hill, we start by disabling his cannon barrel so he won't be a threat to me or my teammates. And we start to engage him by trying to get through his side, but we still need to get closer to penetrate him. But when we do get closer, we do manage to penetrate him and clear objective Bravo. But we are still being engaged by an enemy plane and a Swedish tank destroyer sitting just outside capture point Bravo. Seeing some Panzer IVs trying to shoot on our teammate holding Alpha, we start by engaging the first Panzer IV, and after a few shots we find our mark. With a PhD he gets deleted very quickly. Taking constant fire from the enemy spawn and from the site of objective Alpha, we need to hurry over to defend it before the enemy manages to capture and secure it and get into positions to ambush our tanks, leaving our spawn and leaving capture point Bravo. And unfortunately we do get rushed by a SAV 120. And that brings our first life to an end. But quickly getting back into the action, we start by advancing on capture point Alpha to try to secure it for our team. But we find another Churchill on the Churchill, but they cannot penetrate us and we cannot penetrate them from the front, so it turns into who can shoot the enemy's barrel first. and luckily we managed to shoot his barrel before he can disable ours, and with that we get the green light to push and advance on him to hopefully knock him out. Destroying his barrel completely, we now have the green light to push him, and together with this friendly Panzer IV-G we now have the ability to surround him from both sides, and our friendly Panzer IV secures the kill. And we can now start by capturing capture point Alpha. With all 3 capture points having been secured by our team, I want to make my way to the hill on the capture point Bravo. With this position I will be able to hold down the enemy's advance onto capture point Bravo and Alpha. And that starts by eliminating the Swedish AAA. But we see that capture point Bravo is now being taken by the enemy. Looks like it's a Swedish light tank. We send some shots on his direction, but we are taking fire from multiple angles, and we need to focus on the ones coming from the spawn and angle towards them. We almost knock his ass out after our APHE fails to damage his engine or his crew. He gets to keep advancing on capture point Bravo. But on our advance to capture point Bravo we do get disabled and shot in the track. But this Swedish light tank doesn't know what he's doing and just pushes out in the open, which means we have an easy kill on our rear, and we can focus our attention to our front now. Taking immense fire from our front, we pop smoke to try to retreat a bit, but our transmission doesn't allow us to move so quickly. So I decide to try to quickly advance into a ditch right in front of us so we can get some breathing room. On our way we do have a easy kill on a South African Concept 3. But we continue our advance into the ditch, and we knock out another Panzer IV. But we have failed to reach the ditch as a Marder 3 penetrates our tank. Even so, we do manage to secure first place on our team with 11 kills and 3 zones captured. We managed to earn a total of 18,604 experience points and 149,365 silver lions. But with that, this video is coming to a close. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, as that would help me a lot. But stay tuned, as always there will be more content to come about War Thunder in the future. Until next time, take care.